Alright, so here's your cut up chicken breast. Here's the chicken in a bag of buttermilk. Here's me putting the buttermilk in the fridge. Not complicated stuff, I really hope you can do this at this point in your life. Now here, I'm not using exact measurements for the flour and the spices, however, the two primary ones you're going to be looking at are going to be black pepper, and a lot of it, and then a reasonable amount of salt. I'd say that looks about good. The four I choose to add are a variety. There's garlic powder, there's onion powder, and there's also garlic salt. These are three I mainly use. You can use more or less of one depending on your personal tastes. The one I'm trying to use a tiny bit of is chili powder. After that, give it a good whisk. This is sped up, and it looked like it needed a little more, so I decided to put in a little more black pepper and a little salt, and whisk it around again, and we're good to go. Next, just roll your chicken in, make sure you pat it down fairly well. Let it sit for a little bit, so let it hydrate. I decided to go ahead and roll it again, which is what you're seeing it flip to. Probably should have let it hydrate a little more, but not the biggest deal. I also probably should have allowed the oil to get a little hotter. Unfortunately, I don't have the luxury of measuring temperature. Do as I say, not as I do. But it turned out fine. You'll get a pretty nice sizzle as it begins to heat up. If you don't think it's browning fast enough, then turn the heat up. If you think it's browning too fastly and you're afraid it might burn at parts, go ahead and decrease the temperature. I don't, again, do as I say, not as I do. Go ahead and go ahead and try and flip as few times as possible. The more you flip the chicken, the higher chances you have of actually breaking that little shell that we've made of buttermilk and flour and spices. And that's where a lot of the taste is coming from. There we go, that's what we're looking for. So go ahead and drop it onto a plate with some paper towels. Ignore me moving it closer. Just wanted less drip. The reason you want it on paper towels is to dry it off. If you let it sit around in its own oil, it's going to get soggy and gross. Then go ahead and just put in more, rinse, repeat. And there's delicious chicken. And here I am enjoying it. Actually, nope, I'm biting into it and realizing it's hotter than it should be, but sucking it up, tasting it anyways, and realizing how damn good it is.